factory. And really focused on how do we enable digital transformation through having high quality data, well cataloged data where we're monitoring the quality, we're immediately predicting quality issues in the data, we're fixing them before a user actually even sees that problem. So we're building out that ecosystem to support every aspect of the company, and it's not just for analytics users, it's for product development teams, it's for marketing, it's for finance, it's for HR, it's for the auditor's office. Every team across Ford will be able to use that enterprise data factory.
It's amazing. And so full disclosure, Caroline is a member of our executive advisory board. We're very, very proud to have her. And what's great is that you're a customer not only of our analytics platform, but also our data integration platform. We built this cool thing called the Data Factory. Maybe you can describe how all the technology works together.
Yep, absolutely. And we actually use Qlik on both ends, right? So from a data perspective, we use Qlik Replicate to bring in different sources from all around the company. We actually, I was looking the other day, we use Qlik Replicate on 650 different sources. Every day, sometimes more than once a day, bringing those into our data factory. So it's vast how many sources we're using that tool for. And then on the analytics end, QlikSense is our enterprise visualization tool. We have 25,000 users of QlikSense, 4,000 dashboards. And what I love is only 10% of those dashboards are built by analytics professionals. It's truly democratized across every aspect of the business to be able to visualize data in the way they need to make decisions.
That's amazing. And you even have command centers that try to get a picture that marketing people would let us get it. But you actually tell people what those things do, like how they're used.
Yeah, so command centers are a new big hot thing for us. So imagine NASA, it looks just like that. We have virtual ones, but we actually have physical ones too. We have one from a data analytics perspective that shows all the data flowing into the data factory, and then the analytics use of that data as well. So I'm actually able to click of a button in QlikSense, identify how many people at what level in the company, what team, how often are they using each dashboard. Therefore, if someone's not using it, we shut it down, right? If we're finding lots and lots of users, we know that we need to add resources to keep enhancing that dashboard. So that's our command center in the data analytics space. Everybody's come through and had what we call a command center course. Now everybody wants their own one. So there's a lot of command centers springing up. We're actually building one in our headquarters right now for our leadership team. And they're going to be using a lot of our QlikSense dashboards around where we are with e-commerce, how's our manufacturing going for the day, how much sales have we made yesterday, what inventory do we have at the dealership. So it's definitely become a data-driven organization.
No, that's awesome. We talked about, before I talked about Connect Everything, you've done an amazing job of connecting everything, 650 data sources. So, Caroline, very impressive. Thank you so much for being here with us today. So, really amazing story if you think about it. Ford invented the assembly line. They really were the first part of the Industrial Revolution in revolutionizing manufacturing. And they're leading the way in terms of revolutionizing the automobile industry, leveraging data. I mentioned that Caroline is on our executive advisory board, and we're really proud to have her. In fact, we're really proud to have what I consider to be the best executive advisory board on the planet. These are a number of customers. They advise us. We meet in person a few times a year, as well as other virtual meetings as well, on our strategy from across our entire platform. That includes our data integration business as well as our analytics. Lots of customers like Caroline are on both sides of the product set. More and more customers moving that way. But you can see the list of customers here. What CEO wouldn't be amazingly proud to have these customers and these executives as part of their advisory board? Almost all of them are here. So Caroline, they're actually meeting. One of our meetings is at this. I encourage you to seek them out. There's some amazing insights and stories to tell about how they work with us to solve really, really complex business problems. All right, let's turn the page for a minute and let's talk about talent. Let's spend a minute on talent. People are like, wow, he's halfway through his keynote. He hasn't even mentioned them yet. So here it is. I'm going to mention. We are going through regulatory approval. We're very confident everything's fine. It's going to happen. It's just a process that takes time. But we expect this quarter to bring talent and put together to form one. amazing company, one amazing, very unique company. Those of you who know me know that I've been interested in doing something with talent. It's just pretty much the first day I got to Claire. Sat down with Drew Clark, my head of corporate strategy and M&A. Like, what would be an interesting combination for us? We have the ability to do some M&A, and talent rose to the top of the list. Combination, particularly now after our Opportunity acquisition, but now quick data integration with our data capture and data lake management technology, and then our analytics, and in between bringing talent in with this data transformation capability, data quality, data prep. We will create an incredible company. Using my words super carefully because some of you lawyers here right now, but we'll create this incredible company that will be able to solve really, really unique business problems. And more importantly, many companies struggle to cobble together all these different solutions to solve all these different problems. We're going to create one end-to-end solution that will actually help you solve the end-to-end data platform story, all the way from raw data through data extraction, high velocity data integration, change data capture, transformation, data lineage, data quality, data prep into data lakes, modern cloud data lakes, and data lake management through analytics and insights. It is going to be spectacular. We're actually going to show you during the product keynote tomorrow. We're going to show you how this is all going to work together, and we're going to talk a little bit more about it as well. There are many talent people in the room. I welcome all of you. They're technically a partner for the moment, but they're obviously more than a partner of their family, and they're going to be joining us soon. But I encourage you to meet the talent people here in the expo. They've got a really nice booth set up, and it's definitely worth a visit. And in fact, when we are done, when we do consummate this marriage, we will be the leader. Qlik will be the leader. Qlik Talent will be the leader in 3 different Gartner Magic Quadrants. So, analytics, by the way, 13 years in a row. But also now data integration tools and data quality solutions. It is amazing. We will be completely unique in the marketplace in solving really hard data and analytics problems. In fact, this is another great transition. Tomorrow we've got an amazing product keynote. I've actually stayed away from a lot of products up here because I'm going to save that for James. What I want to do now, just to tease you a little bit about what's coming tomorrow, is invite James Fisher, our Chief Product Officer, up to the stage. So James. All right. So today was an easy day because it's the first day. Everybody showed up on time. Tonight they're going to be laid out because they're going to be gambling all night and it's a little hard to get here. So what are you going to do tomorrow to make sure everybody's excited to get here, wake up, and see the product keynote?
Would the right answer be stay gambling with them and bring the wood in?
Up to you. Just take your badge off before you do it.
Right, okay, I'll do that. Look, I think that this show is just incredible, and for me, when we are with customers, right, and they've got so many customers here at this event, and I was just sort of joking with Caroline backstage, and the Ford story is incredible. It's not just because Caroline is British, that helps, of course, but think about the passion in it. Think about how pervasive data is in everything that Ford are doing. This is the heart of all of their work around sales and marketing. Caroline's team is doing an incredible job with our products, but also with all of the data they have available to them. And there are so many of those stories that we can be part of over the course of the next couple of days. The other thing, quite selfishly, that I'm really excited about here is that, as you know, we have a lot of my team here, a lot of my R&D leaders are here, and they want to get engaged, right? Not only is this an opportunity for them to share our product vision with everybody in this room, it's also an opportunity to get feedback. And that's a big thing I'll be talking about tomorrow. We want to hear what you like about the products. We want to hear what you don't like, what you like more of. And this is just such an incredible opportunity to get access to that information that we just shouldn't miss that.
Yeah, it's so great to be back in person. It's one of the greatest things about having everybody here. All right, your job is to talk about all the technology. I know you and Josh got an amazing show tomorrow, but obviously there's some new and cool stuff that we want to talk about. So when you think about like new and cool, like what comes to mind?
Yeah, so I had the opportunity to spend a bit of time with Crawford yesterday and talk a bit about the ideas around intelligent automation, this sort of generational shift that is about to kick into gear. What I thought was most important about what Corporate was saying there was that this is not a re-platforming capability. This is all about data. It's all about changing the relationship that we have with our data. And that is really at the heart of solving the problems that we're going to be dealing with. So with some of the talent stuff, with what we've been doing organically to bring our data integration capabilities, that unique differentiators into the cloud platform, with push-down transformations in particular, that's super exciting. And then, of course, on the analytics side, everything we're doing with automation, with AI and ML, potentially even tomorrow, some of the generative AI stuff. There's a lot of really exciting things that can start to change the way we can reach more users in our customer and partner organizations, irrespective of the level of data literacy or irrespective of the level of analytic maturity and the problems they're trying to solve.
Excellent. All right. There's one that we didn't prep for, but you know I was going to do this here, right? So the MQ came out terrific. One of the things that was said, which I thought was fascinating, was you know, one of the cautions, and I guess the cautions is our investment in data integration going to be distraction for us in terms of our analytics business, which I thought was kind of funny because again, somebody also knows Leaders Project is a lot of video game companies, so I'm not sure how that all hangs together. But in terms of your view, because I know you're passionate about this, like why is that not the case? Why is talent and other things really not a distraction, but actually more creative?
Well, it seems to be on more than one occasion in company, and I bleed analytics, right? Yeah. So, look, I think that, take it back to 13 years of leader, we're not about to give that up. Every conversation I've had with customers, even over the last couple of days, the ability to ask questions of data. You said it, Qlik has a secret sauce in our engine. It's what powers people to ask the next question of data. And I think we just have so much more to give. The technology, the landscape around us is moving in our favor. So we're not going to take our foot off the gas there in the slightest. In fact, the sum of the whole is so much more important. So yeah, we're not taking our foot off the gas.
James, thank you. Really looking forward to your keynote tomorrow morning. Everybody be there. Cool. Thanks, guys. We are going to close now. So we have one more amazing customer to bring up on stage. And what I love about this customer is not only have they built a beautiful internal analytics business to serve their internal user base, but they've also embedded Qlik inside of their customer-facing applications to build a beautiful experience for their customers. That company is Harman. It's a Samsung company. You may know them from their great brands like JBL, for example. But a terrific, innovative company. Would like to do is have them come and tell their story. So I'd like to invite Dr. Jay Ganesh and Matt Younker to the stage, please. All right, Annette, we're gonna start with you. So first we have to do the disclosure announcement. And you used to work at Qlik, didn't you?
I did used to work at Qlik.
Yeah.
And everybody's career start and change over time. And I was really fortunate to be there for 5 years. And congratulations on your 30 years.
Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome.
It's great that you're still in the town.
That's exactly.
All right. So we talked earlier about business ready and getting data out. One of the things that you've done an amazing job at is the citizen developer concept. Like not having to have a core group of people that can do everything, but actually pushing that out. Maybe you can share with the audience how you've done that.
Absolutely, yes. So one of the reasons that we selected Qlik is because it's a platform that we can develop on. So we've set the structure for more than just our team to develop applications. And in order to do that, we have education in place for our business users to really learn how to create their own applications from scratch and also deploy them into our production environment. Now, you can imagine that's quite scary, right? Go create some applications and bring them into production. But what we've done is we've actually done the hard work behind the data, right? And we're leveraging Qlik then as the front end. And it really requires us to have a very strong governance. Making sure that we implement the right things at the right time that are going to remain production ready.
Right. That is a challenge that everybody struggles with, right? That sort of democratization of data versus central governance. How have you been able to manage it over time? How do you structure your central governance versus the end users?
Yes, so governance starts at the beginning of an application. So at the intake process, we look at what is really required. And one of the things we struggled with early on was really identifying business value. So I think many of us that had global data and analytics teams find that if you don't get the business value described up front, you really can't describe it afterwards, right? So, and that business value drives you to what's being developed, right? So during intake, we look at, what are we building and why? And that process is then followed by checkups throughout, and then a strong governance check mark. So here in Auto, we have something called the quality gate. You can really think of that productionization as the quality gate. So you have to have everything structured correctly, use templates, use standards, and that's how we put that in place.
Yeah. Okay. And then one of your key areas that you focus on is supply chain, right? And you've talked about how the suite of insights in supply chain is critical. So maybe you talk about some success you've had in improving kind of visibility into supply chain.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have, we manufacture 5,000 different types of finished goods, leveraging 12,000 components from 2,000 suppliers. You could just imagine how the pandemic just impacted us, right? So we built a very good structure around supply chain, which is leveraged by a business to do things like critical parts, right? Pre-pandemic, it would take probably a week or two to assess the impact of critical parts within the supply chain. We now have that down to minutes and hours, right? So it's been a very transformational change for the business.
Awesome. Congratulations on that outcome. It's amazing. All right, I'm going to turn over to your colleague, Jay, now. So Jay, you guys have actually built a whole business, digital transformation, around digital transformation. Maybe you can tell the audience what that business is.
Sure, Michael. So, we spoke about the world becoming more complex, uncertain macroeconomic conditions, challenges with respect to technology, new technologies all of a sudden coming up and taking over everything. So what we do with Harman Digital Transformation Solutions is to help customers navigate this complex environment. And data, analytics, AI, machine learning, cloud becomes a very important part of how we help customers go through these challenges and emerge from these challenges.
Great. That's great. And we talked about to Annette about kind of the value of data inside of Harman. How about the data outside of Harman to your customers? How do you turn that into a real asset for the company?
So this is a very, very interesting challenge faced by almost all of our customers, and you alluded to them in some of the earlier examples. There is an increased assessment awareness in terms of what value this data can bring in, because a lot of this data has been lying, particularly of the unstructured content has been lying in systems, and enterprises never bother or they don't have the tools to make sure that this unstructured content becomes part of the enterprise workflow. And this is an important challenge we help enterprises navigate, where can I plug in advanced tools or analytics techniques or even AI, ML, natural language processing approaches for getting this data to the enterprise decisioning workflow so that they can incorporate this data along with the structured data to make better decisions.
Yeah, and you bring that directly to your customers.
That's right.
Which is amazing. In fact, if you look, we just put a press release out this morning on the partnership with Qlik and Harman and how they actually do this. And even more importantly, Harman has a booth set up in the expo, so I encourage all of you to swing by and take a look at what they've done. It really is quite amazing. And Nick, who couldn't be here today, who looks after that business, he's in Korea today, is on our executive advisory board as well. Again, I'm going to give you one that I didn't think about before, so forgive me, but I'm about to do that since I'm in charge. But what advice is customers think to move to a customer, from internal to external? Like, what do you guys have to think about? What advice do you have for everybody in building that business?
So the biggest advice when you're looking at all the challenges about data, AI, machine learning is to accelerate the process of decision making. Right? Gone are the days when enterprise decision makers used to wait for weeks and months to get that right model in place, right? And the only way you can scale up and meet these challenges is to automate a lot of the steps, which is where analytics plays a very, very important role, where you're going from bespoke few models or few dozen models to hundreds of models, right? And automating and making this entire process accelerated is the best way for enterprises. And you need to have the right governance structures in place, the right responsible AI mechanisms in place, the right drift detection mechanisms in place, so that it becomes like a cycle and works in a clockwork speed. The second is about the buzz about generative AI. We already spoke about a few times earlier. Try and incorporate some of these in the form of POCs, right? So that is something you'll see as well as in our booth as well, where we are leveraging the power of Qlik and all the analytics it provides and building a layer of GPT-based querying on top of it, so that you can actually run unstructured queries. You get the answers to these queries, not just answers, but also recommended questions you can ask the next time, so that the analyst becomes much more empowered to play around with the data provided in analytics.
Excellent advice, Jay. Thank you. And that, Jay, thank you guys so much for being here. It's great to tell your story to the audience today. I really appreciate it. So we heard, we first heard from Crawford and kind of the industry landscape and what's going on out there. We then transitioned over to Caroline and Ford. I think she really emphasized the point about connect everything, get all of your data together. They move billions of data points every month. And then we heard from James. I hope everybody got excited about the product keynote tomorrow. It's going to be absolutely amazing with our best demo guy in the world, Josh Good. I'm going to just wrap it with formula kind of internal, external use cases. So I think it was a great perspective. I'm going to wrap where I started, which is the way forward is with data. The way forward is with data and analytics. Never before in the history of the world is your profession and what Qlik does to help you never has it been as important as it is today. It's incumbent upon all of us to maximize the opportunity to leverage data analytics and navigate these very uncertain times. It's great to be back together. And the greatest thing about being back together is not necessarily everything that's in the sessions, it's actually everything that happens outside of the sessions. This is a huge opportunity for you to network, meet your colleagues from other companies who maybe you haven't seen in years and years and years these days, and learn from each other, pick up some great facts. In fact, the great thing, we talk about hearing it from us, but actually fully two-thirds of the presentations that you'll see at this event at QlikWorld include a customer or a partner. It's not Qlik talking, it's actually our partners and customers telling their stories about what made them successful. So look, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. It is so great to have everybody back here in person. I am so honored and proud to lead this company and have customers and partners and a team of Qlik and now talent people coming in. I have the greatest job in the world, and all I want to do now is just wish everybody a great rest of the conference. We have a lot of fun planned, and I'll see everybody around. Thank you.